So how you doing? Ding ding ding! Merry Christmas!
It's December already. Oh,
It's Christmas.
Christmas. I mean, like, I'm going to say January. I was saying January already because how was this year for you?
I'm telling you, it was almost like in and out, right? You look nice, by the way.
Colors of
Shout out,
Christmas.
shout out
Merry
to
Christmas. Jesus is the reason for the season.
yeah. Shout out to Beats by Eno for
Yeah, for giving us this unique looks.
all right. Welcome to Feminine Angle. This is
Twin.
my name is Mobo. You're welcome here. Thank you to all our subscribers,
Yeah.
everyone who's been following us, who's been sharing our
Ministry is
videos,
great.
who's been commenting. We'd love to hear from you
Thank you
guys.
for the
Thank you
interaction.
so much.
And if you're new here, please do us well by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you.
And Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. No, let me don't sing. Let me spare your ears. Yes.
All right, today, what are we talking about today?
For those of you that always living in La La Land, come to reality. We're trying to break the myths of those fairy tales that we had in our heads against the reality. I mean, fairy tales in every aspect, not just like romance in everything. There's some myths that we just had what that way maybe put into us via TV, cartoons, novels. But when the chips are
You
down,
were the one that was always talking about reading Mills and Boone. I never read Mills and Boone.
but you talk like someone that
I
did.
was not in
My WhatsApp group.
your WhatsApp group.
Okay, I didn't do too much of Mills and Boone. I got bored easily. I preferred.
Did you read
bigger
Pacesetters?
books. Of course. Of
I'm
course.
telling you,
Able, my love.
I still
For those that
promise.
the Gen Z, I don't know what
I
Pacesetters
still
is.
promise that I'm going to get the
Mbaka,
set.
Mbaka and Rebecca.
I'm telling you, of those Pacesetters, I love
But they
their
were good.
stories.
They were
They
good.
were really
They were
good.
good. They were good.
They weren't all about romance
No,
and all
just
of that.
here
They
and
were,
there.
yeah, they
here and
were
there.
about real life.
Real life. And it gives you a wider picture about life. As in, it just like in your mind's eyes. That's one thing I like about novels. Even places that you haven't been to, you're able to like
Visualize
it in your head. So even when the day you finally get there, you're like, it seems like you've been there before.
All right, so now that we're talking about reality versus La La Land versus fantasy, so would you say that some of the things that we experienced back in the day kind of shaped our thinking?
Of
So,
course.
so if you read a novel, do you understand? Or if you watched a movie, Nollywood is not smiling these days.
There's always this
They kind of
knight
paint
in
for you
knight in shining armor
armor.
coming to save a damsel in distress kind of a thing. So most of us growing up always thought, oh, as a lady, there will be one person who's coming to save you. Doesn't those are myths.
There was a recent discussion that we're not mentioning names.
Okay.
That women shouldn't wait for their husband to bring money before they start.
Yeah. I saw that that saga.
Before they start to provide for the house.
Like it should be a Proverbs 31 woman.
Talking about Proverbs 31 woman, does that really exist?
I think people are really getting that chapter out of context, but we digress. Let's go back to our what are the myths or the fantasies like that shaped your expectations towards life? Like,
okay, so like I said, I didn't like the fact that I like the romance, right? I'm a romantic person. You know. I am. But then I didn't like the fact that I had to entrust everything in somebody's hands. So that it seems like this person is my Lord and
oh
Savior.
yeah, I get that.
So
I get that
if
concept.
this person is not available, then
you can't breathe.
I can't function. So I didn't like that fact. So my own reality was the fact that I had to look out for myself, so it's a hard on.
Mm-hmm.
If if somebody else was taking care of me, if somebody else was being there for me, that's an added advantage,
Okay.
and not just the
The
sole
sole reason of your
exactly of
existence.
my existence. So that kind of shaped me, because I had always wanted to, my mouth big,
Your throat is
my
white.
throat is wide.
What's hungry is not in the market.
Oh, in fact,
It's not. They don't made it yet.
everything
They've
that you
not
can
made
talk
it yet.
about, you
Talking
understand.
about Christmas, have you bought that bag yet?
You say you were going to buy it, doing. You promised, though. We have it in recording.
I don't find trouble. I don't find trouble.
We have it in recording. You know you were going to buy it, so you can't jump out of it now.
I don't talk past my mouth.
You don't enter.
I don't buy buckets.
Now one chance.
I don't buy buckets.
One chance now you enter. So
okay, but like I said, it's not only in terms of romance that we had this fantasy fairy tale thoughts.
absolutely, yeah.
Like when it came to even career wise, we had this thing of, you go to school.
Once you graduate out of school, you get a
you
job
get a
immediately.
job,
And
you're
then you
doing
start
a job, you're able to buy a car, within the first year, you're able to go on vacation. But alas,
life happens. Life happens. I think so maybe back then, I don't know if it's still happening now. There were a lot of courses that just didn't meet. It wasn't
in
intended.
tune with the environment.
Yes, with the current situation where we were living at.
Mm-hmm.
So people studying something like I think economics was good,
Yeah, banking,
but then things like biochemistry
zoology.
or zoology.
I mean,
or
botany.
botany would have been good.
Because of the environment, those courses could have sold in our environment, but because of the lack of structure.
Exactly.
Was lack of structure.
Yes. So if you went to school and you studied something like that, and then you were hoping to get a job. The question is, get a job where?
Because the thing is, we had pharmaceutical companies, we had research places, but
not for something like zoology, though.
But we had
zoos. But then how functional were they?
That's what I'm saying, because lack of structure. So it was not meeting up with the courses we're churning out in the universities. So it was killing a lot of people's dreams. I mean, you get in for a course and you're now wondering, what do I do with this?
At the end of the day.
Even psychology.
Exactly. But now psychology is beginning to pick up.
Yeah, but back in the days, it was like, because our people don't believe in therapy.
So we didn't meet expectation.
No. No. So it's a lot of things that it just keeps you like caught up, and then you're now wondering, I thought, but then when life hits you,
you didn't thought it properly.
When life hits you, when you get into the real world, and then the bills, expectations
start to pile in,
and then you're wondering,
and then the black tax as well.
Don't go there.
Okay,
so then also I was going to ask you this myth about love at first sight as against reality.
It does happen, though.
It does happen, but by and large,
what are they? I know, like you sometimes.
I mean, your vibes.
Wait, no. Wait, maybe. Because when I say it does happen, you have asked me, it don't happen to you before.
Okay. So that was said fluttering wings.
Hey, the flutters.
I can never forget that one. When fluttering wings, I said, oh God.
It don't happen. No, it hasn't happened before. I've liked some people, but
maybe it was a crush.
But it's not.
Or
more like a
infatuation
crush.
Or
no. Infatuation is actually very deep, but more like a crush. But then the thing about it is that, when you have a crush on somebody and then you get to know the person, they're two different things, right?
That's the reality of it. That's because seeing somebody, because we all come out all well packaged, and you just, let's see the person, the whole ensemble. The person stand well. According to my people, say the person stand well. And then when you now, this cut across both ways. vice versa,
Of course,
man, woman,
absolutely.
woman. And then when you now actually now meet the person,
Meat.
you're not like,
I
all
didn't
that
expect
great is not good. Look, oh,
it.
that's some is panda,
I
or
didn't expect
some is GL. I never experienced it.
because what you're looking at is the
The finished
exterior,
product.
is the exterior,
Uh-huh.
right? You haven't checked the interior. And so usually when we talk, yeah, we'll say something like that you look good actually. Wherever you're going or whatever you're doing, you look good when you're presenting yourself to another person or when you're associating or socializing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to be the first attraction. And then to keep that whatever that social circle
Things
that you've just built,
yeah.
to keep it, it has to be the intellect because the attraction, the
It
external
will
attraction
go. It will fade.
it will not
It
sustain
won't
the
sustain. It doesn't
relationship.
sustain. And but many people build relationships on that. But there's more to it.
Absolutely.
So you see, many times you just see maybe, and this all cuts both ways. You meet somebody and the person is all put together, looking all paying and all that, and you sit down and you can't even have a decent conversation.
Another thing, Toyin, is that when when you meet somebody
Mm-hmm.
and initially, because you guys are meeting, maybe that you're dating, not dating, let's say friends, right?
Or talking stage,
So, or talking stage. So when you guys meet, this person is always dressed up, coming to, you
smelling
know,
nice,
smelling nice, looking sumptuous and everything,
well groomed.
all, thank you very much. And then eventually when you guys get to, you're now comfortable with each other, the person is
And
looking sloppy.
you supposed to say some things like, "I'm sorry, no disrespect," but things like
No
some.
disrespect, but you're about to disrespect.
I'm putting my apologies ahead,
we're,
please.
we're done.
Like some things are just very like your eating habits. You're chewing or you're slopping on your drink. Some those things are just so even if you are those are just the ah, ah.
I know somebody that said that they had to drop somebody or they had to stop seeing somebody because the person was using spoon to eat rice.
Well, to be honest, I find it, I don't look down, I don't take it offense on that, but I think I get
You
to,
can relate?
yeah, I find it strange seeing people eating rice with spoon because of boarding school. The mine came from boarding school. Boarding school, then we taught
Well,
to, yeah.
yeah, we
So
were
I go,
a bit of finishing.
yeah, school, you had to do this. So I just accept it as in, not everybody does it. So I take my eyes off it. But like, if I go somewhere and they give, like, I say, oh, you give me a spoon. And some people look at you as like you are forming. If I say, "Oh, can I have a fork, please?" No, no fork. I say,
You
to
can
eat
use you
to
can
eat
use a spoon
spoon
to
to
eat.
eat rice. It won't flow. Honestly, it's not so. Some people think that maybe you are being whatever, but that's just me.
The one that I cannot stand is when people dip bread inside tea.
But no, that one. That's you can do it in your house now. It's the way you want to eat it. I think that comes to do
See,
with that. Has
whether house or outside,
it's your
that place don't.
is
Mm-mm.
that one.
That's a pet peeve for me. I beg.
Okay, well, you're allowed to have your pet peeves. You're allowed to have your pet, but for that, I'm not saying do it.
Imagine my crush, now dipping bread, maybe inside
It's,
Sprite
or
or Coke.
well, the truth is, there's this
So that's
I don't remember their
my
name now.
fantasy versus my
There's
reality.
somebody on they do this weird food combos. There's these two ladies on Instagram that do this weird food combo. People um
The weird
word
combination of
combination. People
food.
like tell them how to try out some word combinations, and some of them, I'm like, hey, is everything okay at home? But on the other hand, I also find people who find some of my combos weird. So I think everything falls down to your upbringing.
Okay, so maybe let's say the fantasy that I know of you, is looking too proper. So tell me the reality of your food combo that I don't know. The
Okay,
weird food
the
combo
way
that I
food combo
don't know.
that people
That no of your
of
own.
me,
Yes.
having dodo and egg with gari.
Okay, I think I've heard of those.
Everybody finds it strange when I eat it.
Well, that's
Doesn't not putting gari on the dodo, soaking gari like when you soak gari with beans
yeah,
and dodo.
yeah.
But like in my home, my house, we grew up eating dodo and egg. I mean dodo, the bean fried plantain and egg, and we have it with gari.
I'll say it's
My
weird.
friends used to always like,
I'll say
what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'll say it's weird for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm used to hearing that, but so that's why I try to always like cut people some slack, say people find something to do weird as well. So just let them be. Everything falls down to how you were brought up. Even like dodo. People find it weird that I don't put salt in my dodo.
If it's ripe enough, yes. Oh, but if you're roasting,
No, for
why
so to
would you?
fry it.
I don't sometimes too.
People as in when I said, no, no, you must put salt. I'm like, I didn't grow up putting salt in my plantain. In my when we're using, and so everything now I just realized that we are all a product of our home, where we're coming from, most times. So I try not to like really
Growing up.
look at people. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? It's depends on how you were brought up. Do you understand?
So what was your fairy tale while growing up that you find out it wasn't a reality now that you're grown?
I really wanted to. I was like, because I read a lot, so I had a lot of things on my bucket list, places I would like to travel to, and those things. But I didn't. I thought maybe traveling you just travel,
You
sha.
just go to
You
the airport
just
and
say,
then just
okay, this is
enter.
where I want to go to. You just go. But so that is one one life reality that hits me. Then also the thing about you go to school, you come out, and the jobs should be there looking for you. What's that? At least I speak well like that. When you go for the interview and they keep saying, "We'll get back to you, we'll get back to you." Oh,
Oh.
that was one. What about you?
Oh, like I said, I've always wanted to be self-sufficient. So, I think people that knew me can testify. You know, I used to sew with, I've done it now with my
You
needle
don't
and
need
thread.
to tell you. Please, I fear who no fear this girl, this woman. I called the girl. I was talking to my brother and I told him something about a girl. You know, I said, which girl? I said, sorry. I refer to
Exactly. My
my
mates.
mates as girls. He was like, when I was saying girl, I said I was talking about I'm saying girl. But not talking, I said, sorry, I refer to as long as you are my even the guys that are my age, I call them boys. Because I still have that mentality
Mentality.
here. So I
Yeah.
always like, sorry, not boy, the man. So yeah.
Yeah. So, I sew with needle and thread when I find the time. Sometimes when my sewing machine is not picking up, I just pick my needle and thread and start to do it.
I
Right.
can
So,
testify. Mm.
all right. So I wanted, and I used to do that back in high school. Some people can testify to that. So I wanted like a fashion house. I wanted multiple like strings of businesses, more around fashion and well-being and all of that. Just very
Industrious. That's
exactly.
the prosthetic one
Yeah.
woman.
I wanted that, and then honestly, I don't know what happened. It just didn't materialize.
So
You know.
how do you think people can cope with when life happens and then all the expectations, the fairy tales we had in our head, be it from the Cinderella stories we watched, or
Yeah,
you
I
know,
I think I
waiting
think
for one magic pumpkin to come, one fairy
essentially
godmother. So how do you think people can like be realistic?
essentially fairy tales can turn into reality for
Yeah,
real.
it's true.
So which one is actually achievable and which ones are not?
Mm.
So once you determine the ones that are real, say for instance now, say the fluttering of my heart. You understand? If the fluttering of my heart now means another flutter, and we can now bring it to reality, then that's doable. But if it's only me that is fluttering and the other person is not fluttering along with me, eh? So it's only it's only one O. It cannot be one. You understand? So check the ones that are doable and check the ones that you can't achieve, right? So for instance, I said I wanted to be very industrious and be in the fashion world and all of that. But then if it wasn't doable then, so what was the constraint? Was it the finances? Was it the situation? Was it maybe my knowledge? Maybe I needed to upskill my knowledge, things like that. So be able to, we'll go back to the Bible. Bible says that for all division, you do what?
You write it
You
down.
write it down. So write it down and make it plain. So, and then you start to group it.
And take it out.
And exactly. So group it. This one is doable. This one is achievable. This one is just a la la land fantasy something. So when you're able to do that, I think you're able to separate which one is actually achievable and which ones are not.
One thing that I won't call it a myth, but something that I had in me that I really thought would be, I was always very impressed with by women's resumes. I always wanted to be like, oh, my resume must be rich, do this certification course, do this course, do this one, go here for business school, go here.
So that was your fantasy?
Yes.
So what was your reality?
It requires discipline. But when you start having to combine it with an income, you find out that you have to be able to know that, am I facing this one or am I combining it? So that was one thing that I'm like, oh.
Another reality, when it comes to that, another reality is the fact that you have to be focused on one thing, because here, when you're combining all of those certifications, sometimes it can work against you
because they won't align,
because it doesn't align. All right. So guys, what do you think? What's your fantasy versus your reality? Because Tony here seems to be still living in fantasy. I don't know if it's Tony or maybe it's me that is living in fantasy land. But well, let's hear your thoughts. What do you think? What's your fantasy?
What fantasies? How has your fairy tale lives? Has it have anyone that come to pass, or how's it played out for you?
And maybe it's about your Christmas
Christmas list.
Oh no, those pajamas, those matching pajamas or something. So maybe that's your fantasy, and versus your reality. Maybe you couldn't get it. Let's know in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, have a very merry Christmas.
And you didn't tell them to subscribe. Why?
We have been thinking to subscribe.
Subscribe, please.
And it's free. It's free. It's free.
Turn on the notification button.
Yeah, we put out videos every weekend, Saturday to be precise. So please look out for your girls and enjoy your Christmas. Don't eat like hooligans, please.